Sorry for the long wait, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back for the CCL Alpha Stream. Liberty Red Zips Esports. It's myself, Seymour, on cruising on the desk to bring this entertainment. Cruising. I mean, we've waited this long. Let's get into the news.
I mean, we were waiting so long. We didn't even know if we were going to get into this damn game because Activision decided, you know what, we're going to throw in an update today at midnight Eastern. Like, come on, guys. We got CCL going on. More important things than your update right now. And I mean, we got a banger of a matchup coming up again here. Liberty Red, like you said, going up against Zips Esports. Liberty Red coming into this matchup, sitting at number 25 on the top 10, on the top 25. You got Zips Esports probably just sitting out a 5-1 record, so definitely respectable. Maybe if they pull off this win, they steal that top 25 spot from Liberty. I
gotta say, Cruz, ever since I started casting with you, man, that 3-0 curse that seems to rub off. I've gotten 2 3-0s.
I'm sorry.
Let's see it change up tonight. I want to see something interesting here for the CCL. Come on, let's see the gas. Let's get hype. It's the final game of the day. As we say, we're starting off on checkmate hardpoint again for this matchup. I mean, we saw checkmate at the start, crossroads the second time. I mean, when we saw that crossroads hardpoint, that was disgusting. I mean, it was just, what? It was 250 to what, 243, if I'm not mistaken. It was something as close as you could ask.
I had to throw that game out of our head because we moved on to the next one.
Exactly.
We just got to get on to this one. And guys, I got to say this to chat really quick. If you guys aren't tweeting out this damn stream right now and getting as many people as you guys can into this alpha stream, I don't know what you guys are doing because we are about to get it on in this game.
To the moon with CCL. That's where we're going. And I mean, if you want to see the rest of it, if you're excited for the rest of it, I mean, yeah, we got Raid S&D, Raid Control. So I hope you do like Raid because that is going to be the next 2 maps after that. That way you're guaranteed. If it goes the distance, Crossroads, Hardpoint, and Checkmate S&D. So across the board, we're only going to see 3 maps at that. But the players are ready. I mean, they've waited so long. Toddy's got his coffee, so he better be shooting some bullets. And he better be shooting nukes out there. Let me tell you, we've been waiting for this. So I'm excited. What do you want to see in Checkmate Hardpoint, though?
Well, I mean, Checkmate Hardpoint, interestingly enough, I loved this veto coming in from the side of Zips Esports because Liberty University have not played it yet. So they do have a 5-2 overall record, both Hardpoint losses coming to the 7-0 OSU Scarlet. But then if you look over at the University of Akron, that's going to be Zips Esports. They're sitting at 0-1 on Checkmate, but their only loss was a 250 to 249, so very respectable.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, how do you not respect that a 1-point lead? I mean, you change up one little thing, one gunfight goes your way. That's your map win at that. And it's the exact same that we saw last series around is that it just a few things change up. A few 1-1s go FSU's way. We might have saw a game 5 at that, but I mean, Georgia Southern, they just shut it down. But we're out with the old, we're in with the new. Liberty Red and Zips Esports, they're loading in to Checkmate. So let's hop in, let's fly on down, and we're going to be repping, roar of Liberty Red to start this off.
And it looks like, to start it off, like you said, Zips Esports going to be on the favored side so far to start this off. And it's just going to be a big contention so far going on. As you can see, player number 2, it's going to be Roar, pushing up towards this left-hand side of the map. And he's going to have a very important job. He's going to be trying to flip out these spawns and just trying to get this game going his way. And you can already see all those players from the side of Zips Esports pushing back, making sure they get him out of their spawn. They don't really care too much about this early time. As you can see, it's starting to go the way of Liberty Red. But Zips Esports, like we said, holding on to those preferred spawns.
Curb shutting it down, making sure they lock down as much as they can for point 1. You're looking at point 2 now. Like you said, for Zips, Fevs pulling it off. Shifts over to Garage, finds the first pack with the second to hold on to these. You got 10 seconds to uproot the spawns if you're Liberty Red, but you're really not there at all. I mean, you look at number 4, actually. He changed my mind. Curb and Mental breaking on through, and they actually flip out Zips Esports, who are spawning now on point 5.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want to do if you're Liberty Red. You're able to push on through, get them out of here, and look how far up that player was Toddy had him spawned out because of where he was pushed up onto the map. Now going to be coming off of respawn. But, I mean, if you continue to look over at this, once again, Roar just sitting inside the hill, finally going to get contested here. But the gunfight's going to continue to go the way of Liberty Red here. It's just going to be Tobes and the side of Peeps who are just pushed up on this map, and they got to try to break on in now, but not going to be the case of Liberty Red with a fantastic hold on P2 here.
Definitely linking in as much as they can from 1 to 2, and not allowing anybody from Zips to touch it down on this. Just the spread that Liberty Red have just locked down for this. And even pushing out even farther, looking for plane control for point 3, because that's where we're headed in 10 seconds. Febs gonna be watching this cross. Mental in the sights. Not gonna find the kill. Shuts it down. 3 go down for Liberty Red. You're only trading out 1, so plane control is gonna go to Zips.
Yeah, and they're going to need a good hold here. I know this is one of the more contested hills, but where they're set up right now, they definitely have a shot to get at least a good 10, 15, 20 seconds to start this round off. And already 10 seconds going to be going their way. Roar taking some shots down range before he falls. But if you look inside this hill, you got player number 6. Tobes, he's just chilling. He's inside this hill. Finally going to get a little bit contested here. Going to have to take a fight with Kerr, but not going to be able to pick it up. So Liberty Red do break on in, but Zips Esports finally able to get some time there.
Liberty Red bullying their way in. Now closing in on the 100 marker. Already 3 hard points in. Mental soaking up the time. Fabs with a double kill to lock it down and break in. Scrap time looking to go to Zips Esports, and actually spawns as well to Zips, as they're looking to lock down point 5.
Yeah, this is point 4. This is one that they're definitely going to need to hold on to now. This is a hill where if you control the top lane, you can absolutely control a lot of time here. And that's why you see Toddy and Mental putting so much pressure towards that top lane. And you see OG taking some shots down range, but he's not able to connect on anything with Mental up top. So he's going to be contested down here, and it looks like both teams going to be pushing in those players from different angles. This is going to be a bloodbath for this hill.
60-point lead. Mental swings wide, a double kill. Febs now contesting, takes out Curb. Gets the second as well. Roars out of play. Time to Zips now, as they are locking it down. Mental's gonna peek on through. Fev sees him, climbs up to the yellow crate, but Liberty Red are bringing it back. And they're knocking on the front door of point number 4. You got 24 seconds left. Hearts now picking up the time. Roar's gonna win out on a big one-on-one to find that scrap time. If you're Zips Esports, you really gotta bunker down and hold on to these spawns.
Yeah, and as we always talk about here in the CCL, really hard points are broken down into sections of 20. Right now, Liberty Red doing a great job of at least getting that last 20 seconds, it seems like, every single time, where they're able to grab at least the scrap time on every hill, and even they're controlling early part of this game. And that's why you're seeing such a big lead from them so far in this game. But if we really look down at it right now, Zips Esports doing a good job of rotating early. So if they can just start to hold on to some of these hills, not let the side of Liberty Red continue to break on in, because that was, again, 10 seconds. They had early rotation, and within 10 seconds, they were broken by Zips. Or, sorry, by Liberty.
Liberty Red, just the bullies of Checkmate right now. Really, I mean, I didn't know airport security was this harsh. Liberty Red up 130 to 56, 30 seconds left on this. If they get the rest of it, looking for a 160 to 50, over 100-point lead. And honestly, this rotation, Zips, you might as well just get rid of this. Call it shocked for this first rotation, because you got to look for this reset and take control of planes early. A mashup of kills. Hearts is going to find 1, but Liberty Red in turn are going to clear them out and even spawn out this side of Zips Esports back to point 5.
Absolutely, and I mean, I would have loved to honestly see Zips give up the remainder bit of that time. That's not where you want that nade to go, Tobes, as take some damage in on himself there. But it looks like Liberty Red now setting up a push, trying to push in through this left side of the plane. But it looks like so far so good for the defense of the side of Zips Esports, but no time going either way so far on this P1.
Toss up, Mental with 2, pushing on through even farther, as it is time to Liberty Red once again. Still 30 seconds to be had. 2 players working the route. You see number 7 spawns all the way out for the side of Zips, so these are dangerous kills to be getting. As now, in the kill feed, is going to maintain the .2 spawns. Zips Esports holding on by a thread, and you got to give it to Fevs here. 20 and 10, really doing his all.
And first time through this hill, we did get to see the side of Zips Esports get broken very early. So we'll have to see if Liberty Red able to push on through and do what they did last time. But so far, so good. Looks like the Zips Esports hold coming in strong enough. But as I say that, Mental's going to be in a big one-on-one inside P2. And now they have a decent chance here to try to push on through, but spawn still in the favor of Zips.
You saw High Point do exactly this in our Series 1 for the night. Just work from the front side in the second rotation and break on through Yellow Crate. Looking for Liberty Red to do the exact same, but Zips stabilizing a bit. So it is just back and forth right now on this P2. Roarer from afar. Fabs from Garage. Can he clear the point? He's going to do it. And now 30 seconds left. Zips Esports have potential to break the 100-point marker.
Yeah, and if you're Liberty Red here, honestly, I would maybe even think about giving up this time here, just pushing through, setting up towards that plane, and it looks like 3 of their players are going to do that. So these last 15, 20 seconds going to go the way of Zips Esports here, so it's going to put them at around 100 seconds here, so still down 84, but if they can break on into this P2, or sorry, into this P3 hill a little bit quicker here, they might be able to flip these spawns out and possibly start building back a little bit of a comeback in this game.
Honestly, you're fine giving up that time because you had such succession last time on point 3. Liberty Red is going to keep their lead at 100 points and look to soak up a ton of time here underneath the plane. Mental keeping on winning his one-on-ones. He's on a 2 spree right now, 17 and 10. Swamps to the Craig that he recovered from the ground. Cards from afar on the head glitch. Mental gives up his position and loses the one-on-one. Nobody on the point just yet. Toddy creeping around it. Liberty Red slaying around their objective flare at the moment. Blinded on sight. And the contention keeping him on his toes. Zips Esports down a whole 100 points here. They need to mount a money hill to make this comeback.
Can I get a petition signed to get Peeves some help here on this game a little bit? The man is 26 and 15 and absolutely going off in this game, but the rest of his teammates sitting at negative right now. Tobe's the next closest to it, sitting at 19 and 19. And then if you look over at the other side of Liberty Red, everybody but the side of Toddy, who was the man who went and got his coffee, sitting at 18 and 18. So, I mean, not a bad game from him so far. But as we're winding down towards the end of this one, it is still going to be a 130-second lead for Liberty Red as they look to close off this hill on P4.
What can you say? Toddy just seems to be waking up. Thieves on site. Somebody help this man. Look, he's checking every single angle. Pack slow walking up to this. You need 12 seconds to win this out. Pack on site from all angles being tagged up. Roar going to clean him up now. Only down to 10. You can win off this hard point. Thieves. The man, the myth, the legend. Nades on site. Gonna check the corner. Tries to win the gunfight, but the crossfire is too strong now. Down to 5 seconds to win it out. Make it 1 Liberty Red. An absolute domination of a hard point for our first map.
100-point club on Zips Esports, man. I mean, we said it when they came in. The side of Liberty University coming into this with a 7-0 map count. So, I mean, on hardpoint. So definitely having, or sorry, a 5-2 map count, and they've looked really good. That was a fantastic hardpoint. But what scares me, honestly, if I'm being honest, Seymour, if they are this good, and we saw them both lose both of their hardpoints to OSU, man, can you just imagine how good that OSU team is at hardpoint?
Oh, that would be something to see. OSU in that hard point. I have to say though, Zips, how many times did we see them get the initial spawns, the initial setup for a point, and Liberty Red within seconds break it? That has to be a killer if you're Zips Esports. Now you got to look at Search and Destroy as you're up and coming. I mean, we're headed to raid once again for S&D. This has to be your comeback. This is make or break for Zips in my eyes.
Absolutely. The scary part is looking once again at vetoes. If you're looking towards this raid S&D, the side of Liberty University 4-1 on the Search and Destroy. A lot of reps. They've only played 6 search maps, 5-1 total. 5 of the 6 maps that they've played search on have been raid. So they definitely have the reps in, and their only loss was to OSU on this map, and it was a 6-5. So again, very, very close. So, I mean, you guys could take that as you will. Respectfully, on the other side, Zips Esports coming in at 1-0 on raid search. So, I mean, you never know. They just don't have as many reps. But I do have to say, man, that practice makes perfect.
I mean, practice is what you can ask for. And I mean, when on paper, it definitely looks like it's favoring Liberty Red here. We have to see what Zips can do. I mean, Thieves himself. I mean, just keep it up. You're doing great. Everybody else, I gotta see some life. I mean, we need some mouth to mouth on the rest of the team, some CPR on these guys because they are not awake. I know it's late, ladies and gentlemen, but we got some COD to play. I want that map 4, map 5. Come on.
Get my man some help and break my damn curse. I'm tired of these 3-0s. I want to see something else. Oh, I know we're getting close to getting this lobby loaded up. I think a couple things to maybe bring up on this raid search and destroy. I know I talked about it earlier during our game too, but for anybody who missed it, definitely one thing that you're really going to want to make sure you get on raid search and destroy is you want to have that mid-map control. You want to be having your roaming subs going into there and just absolutely dominating, because you can push out towards either side you want to. Definitely defense is very important to hold onto your mid-map. You can make such quick rotations towards either bomb site from it to stop the offensive side from being able to push on in and getting those very good setups that we've seen. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of raid search and destroy, especially on this alpha channel lately.
Oh, yeah.
But those are definitely some things you got to look out for.
I mean, one thing as well as we saw in the FSU versus Georgia Southern that we just saw in Series 2 for the alpha stream. I mean, that B site locked down from the AR and laundry. I mean, you're really looking at those assault rifle players to show up on a map like raid. I mean, yeah, your SMGs are the ones going to be running the routes, probably the first in on the attacking side. But when you're walking into strong ARs, I mean, that defending side can be so easy if you're just beaming them or pulling into there. I mean, I'm really looking to the ARs of Zips Esports to heat up and kind of bring that energy for their team, especially Pack there. I mean, at the end, their Pack wasn't doing so bad. He was staying strong. I mean, I think he was breaking close to the 20 kill marker. So if he can show up with that XM4, we might possibly see a battle in this raid search and destroy. And we're going to be hopping in here. I know the teams are getting ready. Heard the noise in my ears that they are loading into the map. So Cruz, right off the bat, round number 1, what are you looking for?
You need Zips needs to come out hot. They got to come out. They got to secure themselves in this round number 1, and they're going to be on offense here, taking the bomb over towards this ace site, and it's only going to be the side of Curb from Liberty Red who's going to be here watching over, but some early shots from him coming down range, and it's going to be Pack over top with the Craig 6 holding on, but it looks like we might be able to get a bomb planted very quickly here from Tobes.
And Curb, he's already backed up into basketball courts, waiting for the cavalry to come in flow. Look at number 7 on your mini-map. He's starting this rotation to the middle map. Mental takes out Phoebes. 2 players down now for Zips as off-screen. Curb did find the win onto Tobes. And Mental, exactly where he wants to be. Hearts on the opposite side. He's going to find Pack. Is he ready for the second player? Hearts just better positioning. Mental did not expect him there now. Starting his ace, starting his 1v4. Down to 3 players. Takes up the Craig. Makes it a 2-player advantage. Liberty Red, though, they know they have the bomb down. They just have to wait for Hearts to come to them.
Yeah, and he's going to try to make a push over towards this B site and maybe coming through middle map. Just trying to basically change up angles a little bit here and there. And the one thing I'm not a big fan of so far from Liberty Red is we see him split here. So he's going to get this kill and not get traded out. So, but if they know bomb is down, he's going to be playing for a kill here, I would imagine. You're going to pick up the bomb, and he should have a free plant. So bomb is going to go down, and he will have the post plant.
Look how far away Toddy is.
He's still sleeping.
Maybe the communication wasn't there for the bomb being down now. Hearts, free plant. Toddy gets the information. He's going to be working for that bedroom control. Toddy gives up his positioning. Hearts staying clear right now. Craig versus Craig trophy system as well to create and keep that pressure on. Now Toddy, he's got to make this first move. Look at him Mansell on up. I don't know if Hearts heard that.
But he heard it definitely now.
Oh, now he knows. He hears the slide. With 16 seconds left, you just got to run this time. Toddy now underneath. He's going to let his position be known, and that coffee doesn't seem to be helping. Zips open up 1-0.
Definitely a round that they should not have won, but they were able to pull it out, and that's what you love to see. They needed that first round win. Like I said, when both those players on the defense split up, you never like to see it. Just play together, play your trades, and they probably come away with that first round win, but unfortunately for them, gonna separate here, and Toddy was off in no man's land over by Laundry, and unfortunately for them, Zips was gonna get the bomb down, and they got to that perfect post-plant position where they were able to finish it out. And I mean, one thing we didn't even say is Hearts got that first round ace.
How many times, though, can you bet on Hearts to find that ace? You have to find some improvements for the rest of it. Roar already breaking through first blood. And that B site in favor. Bomb's not at the site just yet as number 5, Curb, watching the flank through Art. Finally, he's going to take his way and stroll on through the streets to put that bomb down on B. The rest of Zips just spreading around, waiting for this bomb to go down and playing for a 3-on-4 retake.
And bomb gonna go down now. So they're going to set up towards this statue side, and they have a great setup here. All the players from the side of Zips Esports are pushed very far out. It's really going to be up to player number 1, Peeves, to find an opening here up in that top art. And he's got a gunfight going down, and he's going to end up dropping. So it's looking even rougher now as we see Tobes try to push back in towards this middle map with only 20 seconds left. This is going to be a tough one for them to win.
I mean, Hearts is 5-0. I mean, I would not...
Yeah,
I would not back up, you know, play for streaks here. This is chalked. Tobes looking to find another one. Big opening to tie it up now. Liberty Red. Hearts gating streaks. Can he get that cruise missile? Mental on the staircase. Can't lock it down. Hearts gets the artillery strike, but that's about it. Liberty Red, they tie us up.
If he would have picked up 8 kills in the first 2 rounds, I would have lost my damn mind, Seymour.
That would be disgusting. I mean, Hearts... You really can't bet on him. I bet or count him out, I guess. But, I mean, maybe you want to bet on him here.
He seems to be the search and destroy. Very good player for the side of Zips Esports right now, at least. But nonetheless, going to be tied up at 1-1. That was a very good offense out of Liberty Red. I don't want to take anything away from them there. But we'll have to see what Hearts decides to do. He has the not the cruise missile, but he has the artillery strike available. And it looks like nobody on the side of Zips Esports is going to grab the bomb. So one player going to wrap back and grab that now as we start to head over towards the B site.
Big nade. Backline Hearts followed up to Toddy. Big first blood. That's the heavy hitter off the board. Now playing from the disadvantage. Thieves. Slow start to this. Mental into one-on-one. Does get traded out. So still advantage to Liberty Red. And Tobes even getting tagged up as well. They're going to have to back off from the B site and take their sights over to the A side of the map. All 3 players of Liberty Red setting up camp over at B. The bomb player. No way Tobe takes this back to A, or takes it back to B. He is slow walking this out. This is dangerous. This is gutsy. This is what I like to see.
Roar. Playing some nice 74U shots there from him. So see what they decide to do, and it actually looks like they might try to bait out a wrap towards A, or maybe they're going to try to play this from the defensive side, but he's going to spot those 2 players.
Oh, no.
No trigger discipline, though.
Oh, Tobes could have snuck on back, get a plant at B. Now you got both players to worry about on the A side. Tobes is for 1. Whoa. Tobes gets both of them.
Okay.
Okay. Forget what I said. Forget what I said. Just you do you, my guy.
Absolutely, Tobes. Oh my god. Okay, I'm glad we got to see it there. Some disgusting shots from him. As he comes away with 2 there. You got to think that was a little bit of a miscue from the side of Liberty Red there on that round. 1v4 to the first round. You got a 2v3 in the second round for Liberty Red. Or sorry, a 3v2 for them in the second round. That's 2 rounds on defense in a row they've thrown away with man advantage. You got to think they got to start closing out those rounds if they want to pick up this map win.
You gotta be questioning Liberty Red in some of these angles, but another first blood to their side, and I'm pretty sure I just heard the artillery strike as well get burned from Hearts. I want to look at him. No, he still has it. I don't know what I was hearing, but maybe I'm going crazy.
Maybe you heard the nade.
Maybe I heard the nade. Mental mid-map holding in Z. Full sight control on the B side. It looks like bomb's going to be planted. You got to look for this 3-on-4 retake, but wasn't successful last time. Can they do it this time around? Tobes, big opening. Bombs down.
Yo, Zips is playing a really good search and destroy right now. They know bomb is down now. Both players are isolated towards that B site. And it's just going to be Zips who's going to give it up right now. And, I mean, if you're Hearts here, you do have a streak to try to retake this site as well. But I would imagine Tobes is going to go check this bomb very shortly, see if anybody's picked it up. As he goes on the move now, we'll see if he checks this before the bomb goes down.
Well, Tobes does spot him. No players there. 16 seconds. Curb now, last one alive. Bombs down in the back line. Zips cleans it up. And they find another. Like you said, Zips looking like a whole new team here in search rather than at hardpoint. They're looking like their suburbs are actually their home.
I don't want to jinx anything, but man, they are looking a lot better here in this search and destroy, like you said, than they did in that first hard point. And it's got to be on the back of Hearts right now. Hearts is absolutely going off. Peeves is the player, surprisingly, sitting at 1-4 to start this game off. Lowest amount of kills on his team, especially after that first game. He dropped, what was it, 37, very close to a 40 bomb in that first game in a loss. nonetheless. But it looks like we're going to see a B hit coming in here from the side of Zips. Tobes going to be the first player to drop with bomb in hand. And it looks like they might try to get a quick rotation in here. See if the player spots them out from inside Zig. Going to clear it out and head over towards this A site.
I like this call here. Curb. Going to be the first one here, Pack. I wouldn't peek until the rest of your team is here. Oh, did he spot him? Oh, yeah, he definitely spotted him out. Pack not taking any gunfights just yet. Thieves tags him up. The nade as well. Toddy watching this cross. Thieves going to walk right into the line of sight advantage. Back to Liberty Red. Hearts and Pack can't count these two out ever. 2 on 3 here. Curb still letting his position be known. Take a look at the minimap. Number 7, Mental. All the way in Garage. Working his way to the back line. Hearts is watching it, though. Oh, walks away. Mental might have literally God timing right now.
They're so pinned back, though. This is going to be so tough for them to get a bomb plant. They got a cross with Toddy watching middle map. Going to be able to pick up the first, and it's just going to leave Pack all by himself.
No, Pack made so much noise.
Yeah. I mean, he's splashing through that water like a kid at a splash park, right? Like, gonna get spotted out there, obviously. But, I mean, not the worst round from Zips, but you would have liked to have seen them try to go up 4-1 here. Being up 4-1 and being up 3-2, two very different things.
I mean, I love the rotate back to A. It's just once they get there, you just gotta hit it.
Maybe play a little more aggressive, right?
Like they just stuck there. They just stood in spot. Mental had so much time to get into the back line, and Curb was just stalling out so long. And even off of first blood to Zips, maybe they just need to be down a player at the start.
Maybe that's the key. I wouldn't suggest it to anybody who's getting into COD to be down a player, but maybe that might just be the way that they decide to work here. But Liberty Red once again hitting in towards this B site, and they're going to have a 4-man defense set up here. They're going to win the first gunfight. That's Mental beating out Peeves, and they got a pretty good setup here.
Oh, Tobes doesn't check Art in the deep corner. Trigger discipline 2 from Curb. Strong. Mental still working magic over in the jungle side. Tobes makes his position known. I haven't win out on the kill. Dancing around, last one alive. So Liberty Red switches their eyes over to Art. They're going to clean him up and tie this up. Liberty Red, where you did see a great start to Zips, they're showing up on S&D.
Yeah, tying us up here 3-3. Finally deciding to make their make the most of their man advantages, as we've seen them be able to close out these last 2 rounds with a man advantage. Nice to see from the side of Liberty Red. I mean, they could be at a 5-1 here realistically if they don't throw away those first 2 rounds, Seymour.
Liberty Red definitely haven't had a terrible S&D. I mean, they've lost some questionable rounds for sure, so I totally agree with you. This is a blessing for Zips right now.
Do we think this streak's going to come into play anytime soon?
Hope so. Hearts has been sitting on it now for 5 rounds.
You got that in round 2. Looks like they are going to be trying to get this bomb up towards the B site now. Tobes is going to be the player with the bomb in hand, but Toddy here spots out Pack crossing towards that middle map. So information going to be going to the way of Liberty Red, and that's going to be a first blood coming in there, spotting out Tobes. So bomb is down as well. Pack though with some nice shots. Peeves able to pick one up, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3.
Toddy,
the bomb is still down.
In the back line might be the snake you need. Peeves, another one. Not checking his back line. 1-on-1. No! Hearts versus Toddy. Hearts gets the better from Zips. Do it again. And they keep their advantage here. Wow, Toddy, you made that one close. Looks like the coffee's kicking in. And I gotta say, that just proves my point that Zips Esports, they lose out on first blood. They do it again.
Win the round. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. They get first blooded and they pick up the round. So maybe that's the key to their success here. I will say this with Hearts. Started off 7-0, so 2-4 since. Has definitely slowed down quite a bit. You'd like to see him picking it back up again if they want to see Zips Esports picking this round up. And if you're looking over at the side of Liberty Red, you'd like to see Curb maybe picking up a couple more kills here, sitting at 2-5. I know he has seemed to have been the first player in most of the time here, but once again, we're going to see this A hit in from, or sorry, this B hit coming in from the side of Liberty Red, but the streak finally getting used. And nothing coming from it, so it's still going to be a 3 versus 4 for Zips Esports. But I mean, like you said, this seems to be their better odds.
I mean, you really wanted something from that Shriek, though, as you finally use it. Hearts playing all the way back in jungle. The retakes come through. Mental spotted by Toes, but he gets out. neatly. Triggered something from Curb. Gets the better of Pack in the deep corner of Art. Hearts still working from this. A 2-on-4. Make it a 1-on-4. Can he do it again? 27 seconds. Time's against him this time. This just might be Liberty Red tying it back up. It's Mental setting up this pinch. They're surrounding him. They're hunting through the jungle. So we're looking at a 4-4 here for Liberty Red tying this up. I have to say, you make a good point that Hearts, since that 7-0, only has found 2 kills. You got to give it to the rest of your team. I mean, yeah, everybody's coming up, but these A hits that are nonstop happening from Liberty Red, they need to see some pushback.
Yeah, they need to get over towards that A side and push all the way up onto it to try to shut them down. Because it has been, sorry, towards that B side, because it has been so rough. Liberty has literally had 4 free plants on that B side, and you guys streak it out this time. You know they're pushing it. Why don't you streak it earlier in the round, maybe? Stop them from getting that bomb plant down. But it looks like from the side of Zips Esports, I like this play. They're heading back over towards this A side. It's only going to be one player here once again for the side of Liberty Red. It's going to be Curb. Oh. Big gunfight coming in from both player. Curb not able to finish the kill off. But it looks like Zips Esports deciding just to back it on up. They don't want to mess with Curb on this glitch.
Curb and Pack eating. They are hungry on the A side of the map now. Phoebes looking for an opening to be. Mental finds the route. Toddy gets in the back. Phoebes is going to go down now. The flank is on as Tobes is out as well. And that's bombed down in Art with both your players occupying bedroom and outer garage. This is very poorly communicated from Zips Esports.
Yeah, that bomb's down in a really bad spot.
3-0 at one point, Cruz. Now 4-4 here. Hearts last alive again. Surrounded. Liberty Red on their first advantage for S&D.
Liberty is just making those mid-game adjustments that you have to do to win Search and Destroy successfully. That's simply what it comes down to right now. Toddy is definitely also heating up in this game. He's been playing a lot better since that first hardpoint. Maybe he's just a really good Search and Destroy player. What I really want to see from Zips in this round, get aggressive onto that statue. But I know I'm going to say that, and for some reason, I feel like Liberty is going to push this bomb to A for some reason.
Let's see what they do. I mean, B's been their sights every single time, and like you say, A site. Who's going to be watching it? You got number 2, Hearts in Tiki, Tobes in Kitchen. He can make the rotation. Hearts is going to spot out some info. So you have that crossfire now from Tobes and Hearts. Mental doesn't want to go for the mid-map. Going to look for the bomb drop. Hearts opening up on Toddy. Wow, first blood. The bomb goes down in exchange. 3-on-4 for this retake.
Yeah, the side of Zips Esports now have to push on in. The round is their lives in this map are on the line here. And it's going to be Peeves, first player onto the site. Mental going to be able to find a kill onto Tobes. Peeves going to drop to Curb, and that's going to leave Mr. Hearts all by himself here. Picks up the first, picks up the second. Oh my God, he might be able to find this. But once again, Roar's in that perfect position to shut down this play. All he's got to do is check bomb.
He went for the stake. Respectable. Liberty Red just... They took control of Search and they never let go. And, I mean, that post plant, that's all you can ask for. I mean, Hearts opens up, but... I mean, exactly like you say after map number 1. Somebody help Hearts!
Yeah, man. It's quite unfortunate for them. Zips Esports had a really good start to that game. I believe they were 3-1 at one point, off to a really good start, and had streaks as well. Just unfortunately for them, Liberty Red just a little bit better in this one as they close it out 6-4.
And you're going into control as map number 3. I mean, this is a tough one. This isn't where you want to be at all if you're Zips Esports. I mean, control after going down 0-2. This isn't, I mean, it's not going to be easy at that. And I can't stress that enough. Now, you're going into raid, so luckily... On your side, this is probably the best chance you have on both attack and defense to take the rounds. It is probably the most even map for this game mode. So you have that going for you. You just really have to see everybody come alive because we've seen a lot of individuality from Zips Esports. I need to see that cohesion. I need to see the connection. I need to see the communication.
I think one thing that I would definitely like to see from Zips, and like you said, this map is absolutely one of those maps where you can win offenses and defenses more so. If you get that break towards water side, you can 3-stack it and get that hill in 15 seconds, maybe even faster now. It's ridiculous how fast you can get it. But I think one thing I want to put everybody's attention to that's here, both these teams are 2-0 on raid control. So definitely the best chance, I think, of Zips Esports winning a game here. And if they both end up going towards that Crossroads hardpoint, neither team has played Crossroad hardpoints in the CCL yet. So they do have a chance to come back in this series. This is going to be their swing map to do it. The only thing I'm worried about is this is the one map that Liberty was able to take off of OSU. It was a garrison control, but it still.
Ooh. That is something to take out of Liberty. I mean, the fact that they got that going for them in that, I mean, raid control is where it's all at for Zips. Now you've seen Thieves show up in game 1 hardpoint, and what you say he almost dropped the 40 bomb. Now you see Hearts almost finding literally 3 aces in that, showing up short to 2 of them, but literally making it interesting for the side of Zips Esports. Now you got a 6-4 search and destroy. That was almost gifted to you. Some of those rounds, a little bit questionable from Liberty. I'm sure that they are going to be doubling back on their mistakes, checking up for this control, and they're going to be patching it up and to stop the bleeding. In that, I expect some clear, concise decision making from Liberty Red. And on the side of Zips, if they can show me that too, by all means, I know that they can hang. You got a player like Pack with that assault rifle who is showing up in that search and finding plenty of first bloods. You got to look for him to work alongside Thieves and Hearts in that, because you're really looking for those core 3 to show up at the same time. Every single time we've seen them, they've been at 3 different times.
I know I'm not supposed to cheer, but all I got to say is, come on, Zips, break this curse. Give us at least a game 4 here. Let's see some action. I want to go a little bit further here.
Cruz is down. Cruz is down bad for game 4, guys. Come on, give it to him.
I'm absolutely down bad.
He wants it. So let's see it. Zips Esports fighting from the back foot again. We've seen 2 3-0s already today. Is the curse going to be broken? It's going to be on raid right here. Zips Esports on the defense. Liberty Red on the attack. And we're looking at an A-hit right away.
That A-hit is the choice so far, but it's only going to be Curb pushing over there. And a quick wipe from the side of Zips Esports. So that's the start that you really want to see from them there. And they're already going to have a player into the spawn of Liberty Red. Going to fall very quickly there. That was Tobes. And it looks like A is going to be the site that they decide to hit once again.
Pack gets the better of him, drops down, clears it. Roar does get that one toddy for the trades. Now Tobes in a one-on-one. Now this is going to be big. Toddy, Chats clears up. Tobes wipes the site. Now 4 down once again for Liberty, back on the respawns. 2 life advantage for Zips. As the Flood's still coming on the A side, Tobes a hefty challenge ahead of him, but he's got Packs to back him up. He keeps on dancing around this pillar. He can do it just like that. 3 go down for Liberty. Make it 4. Zips Esports alive in this control.
They look like a completely different team in this respawn than what they looked like in the hard point. And I was going to point this player out just a little bit earlier, but Hearts was sitting in a corner over by that B bomb site, so completely shuts down the push that went over there. And now all the players from Liberty Red trying to make this push in through this Zig. And Mental gonna be able to pick up the trade there as they try to continue to push in through the middle of the map. But man, with only 17 seconds left and them being so far from being able to touch a point, this is looking like it's gonna be rough.
Liberty Red down to 13 kills. You're really looking at them for this A hit. They've put all into it. Tobes hopping into the backline in Zed. Curb, big one-on-one. Now 0 seconds, not enough time. Zips Esports, a phenomenal hold to start this off. What can they do on attack?
That was a big man differential as well. So if defenses are holding up all the way through, that is a fantastic round to start off for them there. Because not only do they win the round, but they win it with a big amount of life. And if you guys are new to Control, the team who has the most kills at the end of it will get defense at the end. And arguably defense is the easier to win on this map for sure.
Hearts 5-0 here. Playing for
I didn't
streaks.
even notice that. He has picked it up a lot since that hard point.
B hit. As you were talking about, if you can wipe this and stack it, you can get some hefty time right away. Trades in the middle of the map. You're looking for the Flood on Liberty in the back line. Hearts is there, whiffing on some shots. can't finish the kills, and Liberty occupying the spawns of Zips now. You have 2 stragglers on the B side of the map. Vives working out of their zone. Nobody on B just yet. Pack gaining the time. Roar's going to clear him. As now Liberty Red's wiping the floor with Zips and working for the spawns.
Yeah, and Zips, what they're doing right now is they decide after the hit towards B doesn't fully work out, they're going to send a player over towards A, but still keep the majority of their focus over towards B. And the thing about this hit versus their last, they're going to have 2 players here, and they're going to be able to set up before the side of Liberty Red. So now they definitely have a decent chance. Pack going to be taking a look in on that player inside money, but his teammates around him going to fall. He's going to be left alone. And I like this push. Decides just to back up into the back of basketball here, keep his life, and wait for the rest of his teammates to come off spawn and try to get another tick towards his B site.
Mental closing off on that connector. Thieves does get the trade. Pack still working the courts. Roar keeping them off site, though, working inside money. And look at number 1, push all the way up to Zed. Going to take the challenge into Art. Tobe's going to go down. Toddy, that player for Liberty Red, closing off on this connector. Time ticking down. You got less than 30 seconds. Toddy on a 5 spree. What can he make of this? Gonna set himself up. Gonna push the spawns even more. Make it 6. He's on a roll. Playing for streaks. Exactly like Hearts. Can he lock it down, though? Early shots on the Hearts. Not gonna check his flank. The shot punch Toddy. Oh, my lord. He's gonna gain the artillery. Now he's working for the cruise missile. Thieves is going to close that one off. 17 seconds left. You got progression on both sides, but now you're playing at the life disadvantage. This is a big one.
And that streak could end up working out so huge for their next offense as well. I don't want to give up the rest of this round, though, as Zips are going to hop onto that B site before quickly falling there. And now it's just up to Tobes, really just trying to keep his team alive at the moment. If you're Hearts here, I mean, I'd like to kind of see you push out and try to hop onto that B site as he kind of just gives it up. I guess they're trying to play for their lives, but they were already down so much. And I know I talked so much about that life differential at the end of the first round. But in all honesty, Liberty Red was really able to bring it back there quite a bit.
Liberty Red just at the end of that. Anything you can do, I can do better, they say. Toddy picking up where Hearts left off and even gaining streaks on that. That's going to be big for the late game. As you look at Hearts with that streak and Search and Destroy, not finding anything in control, it's a big difference in a ballpark. I mean, you got those respawns here. You can use it, throw them back on the respawn, and you can wipe a site easily with that artillery strike. Zips, see if they can do what they did the first time, have another strong defense.
I think one thing to point out, Hearts was 5-0 to start that last round off, 0-4. So again, slowing down after a great start, much like he did in the Search and Destroy. And we're not seeing as much offensive or defensive pressure coming in from Zips to start this round off here. They are going to be able to grab that first blood and leave 2 players now on site, but it's going to be Mental inside the hill, able to find 1, looking for 2 more. See if he's able to find them.
Tagged up, hops on top. Thieves going to clean up from behind. They do get the progression at A, but now their sights are to B. We got 2 players locking it down, 1 in kitchen already. 7 on the flank. Hearts clears the B site. And Toddy's the only one, the farthest in. As Liberty Red all over the place. They got progression on both sides, but opting to go right back to A. We do see a one-on-one going to Mental. So time now and progression to Liberty Red on the A side of the map.
Yeah, and they are absolutely going to get it. It's going to be the side of Zips Esports now giving it up. And the scary thing here is Liberty has a streak to open up this B site. It's going to be Toddy with it. Coffee finally paying off for him now as he's going to be sitting at around 12-9 in this game. So a really good game for him so far as well. And, I mean, we have to just see if that streak's going to come into use or even if they're going to have to use it here as they get a couple kills. They're starting to spawn the side of Zips Esports out jungle. So they definitely have a chance to push on in and get some time here on this B hill.
But now number 5, Thieves, working in a B connector. Can watch for this cross. Curb's going to go down, swings wide, even playing his life now. They know Mental's in the middle of the map. Thieves, the one-on-one. Mental's going to go crazy and take that gunfight. And Roar pushing even farther. B site now locked down for Liberty Red. They're looking to gain on this progression, but Kitchen cleared by Tobes. The retake starting for Zips. They got to clear it fast because this time is favoring them. Pacto's going to wipe the site. Curb's the next one up. Looking to get that first tick. Does get the progression, but 16 lives, 17 lives. This is even, and Liberty Red, they're going to take everything that they can right now.
Yeah, and it sounds like that streak hasn't even been used yet, so good on the not having to use it and being able to get a tick on in here. Lives, though, going in the way of Zips Esports right now as they're currently sitting with a 4-man advantage and have all the map positioning in the world. I would imagine we're going to see this streak coming into use very shortly here to try to open it up and clear this hill off.
With this time, I wouldn't mind seeing that streak either. There's an opportunity for Liberty Red to win out on this attack. Kitchen cleared once again, but working from the front side. Curb now, last one up. Possession on from both sides, pinched out. And now Liberty Red, they have to work for it. I mean, if they clear this off, if they play from the spawns like they did last time, they might be able to spawn up and create a split push from Zips, but Phoebes occupying the middle of the map, holding on to Connector for dear life. He's making sure that Zips are still in this. See trades back and forth are going to all day favor this defending team. Phoebes backs up from Connector, 29 seconds left. As it is do or die right now for this attack from Liberty Red. And Curb in the back line. Finds the better of Pack. Mental's along with them. They're going to clear out money. Now's a good chance to step on this point and stop the clock. Phoebe's going to go down as well. Maybe Curb's there. Hearts even cleared off of this. Now time is stopped with 11 seconds. We got no respawns to 6 players. Pack not going to find the kill. Toddy keeping it interesting. You got 2 ticks of progression. This is going for Liberty Red. They might be able to do it here. Hearts looking to clear out. Tobes on the back line. 2 for 2 right now on each side. And Zips from above. Wipe Liberty Red from the point and take the map point.
Eves just went so huge at the end there, picking up that final 2-piece to close that round out. I mean, Liberty made it interesting there, maybe deciding to hold on to that streak for if they're going to need it a little bit later in this game. But like we said earlier, we would have loved to see them use it there and pick up their second round. But instead, it's going to be Zips Esports up 2-1 here in the series, or up 2-1 here in the map, down 2-0 in the series to Liberty Red. So if they can win this next one, like we said, that next map, Crossroads Hardpoint, man, it could be an interesting one. So Zips Esports, if they got to try to win this offense here.
Now, this is close here. Liberty Red is dropping 57 deaths across the board. So if they even this up, Zips Esports definitely favored at the moment to take that defender side. Progression at B. Fast progression as well. They're almost to 2 ticks here. They're going to get the second tick. And now 3 go down for them. And they all spawn up on the A site. This is beautiful for Zips. Oh, they can definitely take this A site. They just have to keep Liberty Red from the retake.
Yeah, if you're Liberty Red here, you chalk this. You can't even attempt to throw bodies at this. This is, you got to do exactly what they're doing right now. I love the play from Mental here. He's going to push up all the way into the spawn of Zips Esports, and what's that's going to do is it's going to continue to make them spawning out towards that top half of the, towards that bottom half of the mini map. But the issue for them though is Hearts is winning all his gunfights down low. They might be down in lives right now by 4, but they've got 2 minutes to try to push on and get 1 tick at B.
And if you're Zips Esports, man, you cannot lose out on this attack. This is all for you right now. Curb and Toddy slaying out. You still got a streak as well if you want to keep them off this site. But working in this backline, you got 2 players here. 1 gets flanked and cleaned up. Now number 5, Phoebes, still occupying this basketball court. XM4 in hand, doing the damage that is needed. Phoebes on a 3K right now, going to step onto this point, gain some progression. Mental looking to clean him up. The trophy sits in the back off. Hearts looking over his shoulder. The third cap's going to come. Zips Esports gives us a map 4.
Thank you. We see a map 4. The curse has been lifted. And we're going to see a second hard point here in this series. And man, all I can say is Liberty Red must have heard my prayers, because they decided not to use that streak in that second round, or in that second offense of theirs. And you got to think that streak never got used all the way through, man. Like, what are we doing?
Definitely would have seen it. I mean, that is a streak that you could have used in that third round there for your attack. I definitely wouldn't have held it against you to make sure that you could take the site, send them back to spawn, and even wipe them again in that sense. Liberty Red, I mean, they're just missing out on little key things there. And Zips Esports sneak away the control 3-1 to send us to a map number 4. That map number 4 is going to be Crossroads. Is going to be coming up after a short little break for the CCL Alpha stream. And we are back. The hardpoint. Zips Esports, they answer back with the control. They keep it interesting, and they send us even farther. Liberty Red looking to close out here, but Zips Esports, they're coming alive, crews.
Yeah, I feel like if Zips Esports are going to continue to make this comeback here, it's really going to be on the back of Peeves. He was the difference maker in that control in that last round there, able to pick it up. He clutched up their defense, then clutched up their offense right after. So definitely going to be looking at him to try to pick up some time here. But here we are off the rip of this game. Both teams battling for this middle map positioning. But at the end of it all, it does look like Zips Esports going to be in control of the spawns for P2. And it looks like Liberty Red at the moment are going to be trying to push them through the top half of the map to try to break these spawns.
Pack's actually got a really weird spawn all the way in point 4. He does get cleaned up right now. Zips Esports in control of the favored spawns, 4.2, and a toss-up right now, 4.1, is going to keep him about even in the change. Still pulling through the front of the map. Liberty Red looking to go from left to right as one, as they're pushing through sandbags. Roar already a big opening on that AR player in the back. Curb's gonna find an opening, clear the site, 3 go down, make it 4. Liberty Red break through with ease and occupy the second point.
Absolutely a great flip in there from them as they were able to push on in and flip out the spawns of Zips Esports. But I mean, one thing that I was saying to you before we were loading on into this is I think this map in particular is a lot more slay heavy than Checkmate is, so you're going to be looking for Liberty Red to do exactly what they did in that first game and be even more so rewarded than they were on that Checkmate hardpoint. And as you can see, going off very good so far, Hart's able to win a one-on-one there to get a little bit of time in for Zips Esports here, not going to be able to switch to the pistol and pick up the second. But at the moment, it looks like Zips Esports are going to be in a good spot to hold on to this rotation at the moment as they are ready to go for this P3.
And the most amount of time that you can gain is from 3 to 4. Hearts an unfortunate team kill, but Zips Esports the first ones here, and off that team kill, Liberty Red, they burst on through and they take it once again with ease. Mental on a 5 spree, pushing 4 streaks. Curb gonna be watching over the outside streets. They lock down all 4 players on this site. And even though Zips Esports, they have the spawns, they are now spawning all the way back at point 2. Tobes cleared up. Number 5, Roarer, he spawns back rockin'. That's a big break from Liberty Red. They are looking to push the 100-point marker.
I think the story of this series right now has got to be the fact of these hard points. Zips Esports has been the team, both hard points, rotating early, setting up early, and then Liberty Red is just punching their way through, pushing on and breaking into these hills over and over again, and doing it honestly with ease against Zips Esports. They need to pick it up. They need to start holding on to some of these hills.
Liberty Red, spawn advantage. Number 6, Toddy spawns out, but a full wipe from the 3 players standing. Zips Esports back on the rotation, and 50 seconds still on the timer. They're going to get about 10 before Zips Esports can even touch down on the site, possibly take a gunfight. Toddy already opening up on Thieves. Middle of the map, Curve going to be there, cleaned up by Tobes. Zips Esports having trouble getting through ammunitions. Liberty Red are on fire right now in this map 4.
Couldn't have said it better myself. They are holding on to these back spawns. And like I said, once they get a setup, it doesn't seem like Zips Esports can break on into it very easily. But when Zips Esports is set up, Liberty Red with ease pushing on in. Hearts has a chance to maybe disrupt this a little bit here. Not going to be the case, as Mental's going to be able to pick up one. Picks up a big second. Headshots coming in nice there. And you can already see they're making their way towards the next hill as well. Respawn's coming in again. And oh man, this game is getting a little bit ugly here, Seymour.
I mean, Liberty Red are controlling it in and out. They just manipulated spawns from side to side. Roarer has both streaks. Luckily, Zips Esports gets some god spawns over on the right side of the map, as they are rooting themselves in behind, clear the first hard point. But here comes Mental swinging about, and Zips Esports, they flipped once again. Liberty Red had a chance to just blow this wide open. Mental occupying the point right now. Roar watching over his shoulder. Pax beamed with Mental's help. Even on site, a 2-on-1, but Mental can't stand Tobes. Gonna clean it out. Eventually goes down to Toddy from middle of the map. Like you said, this is ugly.
Yeah. I mean, Liberty Red apparently have gotten tired of playing with their food, if you will, as they continue to just absolutely run through Zips Esports here. And Zips Esports, what they got to do towards the second half of this game is they have to be able to string the exact kills the Liberty Red was able to string together oh so well the first time through, and that's not going to be the case as 4 are going to fall, and we see a clean wipe come in here from the side of Liberty Red, and now Roar going to use these streaks. The missile going to come in. He's going to find 2 with it. And this game, man, oh no, they can get awfully close to winning here on this hill, Seymour.
That streak right there guarantees you about 20 seconds left. Hearts is here, very weak, cleaned up by Toddy. Another 4 down for Zips Esports. You might want to chalk this hard point. It's going to be so rough. If you get this scrap time, Liberty Red is going to spawn over on point 3, and that is not what you want here. Toddy working across bridge, nice double kill. Connected across. He is working into ammunitions, cleaned up by Thieves. But in the back line now, Curb, he's going to be working his way in the back, cleaned up. Finally, Liberty Red stuffed back to the second hard point. We're still a chance to make this interesting, but Zips Esports going to occupy point number 3 early.
The issue here, though, is yes, they have a hold. They were broken very quickly on this hold last time. 1, and 2, Liberty Red is 12 seconds away from winning this game.
This is tough. It's hard to picture an endgame for Zips. Liberty Red knocking on the doors of victory. Hearts keeping it interesting. Pax locks down the point. A one-on-one now between Mental. Pax is going to lose out on this big time now for Liberty Red. They're going to be knocking on the 10-second marker for the victory. Tobes loses it out. Mental doing it all right now. Curves on the point as well. 6 seconds left. Thieves here. Last-ditch effort. 3 are down. Liberty Red stops Zips Esports out of existence. And they close out this series 3-1.
So sorry for cutting you off there, Seymour, but I mean, I think that we have now seen why neither of these teams have played Crossroads Hardpoint. It doesn't look like anybody wants to play Liberty on Crossroads Hardpoint, and maybe the side of Zips Esports doesn't want to play because that just was not a pretty map, man.
That was ugly with a capital U. Liberty Red own Crossroads at that, from what I see. That was full control in and out. Every single time I saw Zips Esports with the favorable spawns, 3 go down. Liberty get the favorable spawns in that, and they get the first initial time, bullying their way through the opposition. Liberty Red were on fire in that last match, coming out for revenge after losing out on the control 3-1. They just get payback in map number 4, Crossroads.
Yeah, and I mean, some things to take away from this series. If you're Zips Esports, you're definitely going to need to work on your hard point game. That's for sure going into the rest of the series, because right now, after that game, they're going to be sitting at 5-2. So they're going to have to definitely pick it up. They're most likely going to place towards the top half of that split. So you're once again, you're going to be coming up against this team again. So watch your VODs back, learn from your mistakes, and try to bounce back and get better from it. I don't know, man. Just not too much left to say on this one in terms of myself here. Fantastic first casts with you, though, man.
Oh, definitely. Definitely a great week for the CCL across the Bravo stream and the Alpha stream. I want to thank you all for coming out on the viewer side. I want to thank our producer and observers on the back end. Definitely Benji for bringing the vibes in the back line for us. We got to just say, I hope you all have a great week, CCL. It might be over, but we will be back next Monday with some more action. So stay tuned and be ready. The CCL will be back.